COVID has accelerated digital transformation across the entire financial industry. Those that fail to find ways to connect with their consumers in the midst of this digital surge put their brand and revenue at risk. Hi, I'm Pat Reitz, and I'm part of the Revation team. Every day, we're helping hundreds of financial institutions evolve by connecting digitally to where their consumers are.
And I'm Perry Price, co-founder, CEO, and chairman. Today, Pat and I will share a glimpse into the value of LinkLive banking. First, it's about survival, driving efficiency and top-line revenue with the ability to adapt to your customers' preferred communication channels. Second, it's a security-first mindset as the bedrock required to drive communications in your enterprise. Data needs to be protected, processes need to be audited, and everything needs to be secured end-to-end. Pat, let's get started by walking through some of the most common use cases here.
All right, Perry, let's start with this very common scenario. It's a consumer interacting with a chatbot on a bank website. Given some budget planning, I'm a little concerned about my December mortgage payment. So like many these days, I turn to a bot for some help. Take a look at what comes back here. Our AI chatbot, Riva, returns with options to review and the ability to transfer to an expert.
Riva, our bot technology, helps reduce chats and calls, and in this case, pulls in the next available banker with the right skills to help. Now, if it's after hours, Riva would simply capture all the information she needs and send it to the next available employee or banker for the customers get served the following morning. We've also built the integrated Riva with third-party bots such as Conversational Banking. This scenario is a must-have in today's world. We've seen our bots take on the workload of up to 4 agents. That's a significant savings that gets applied right to your bottom line.
Okay, back to my need to skip a mortgage payment here. So bots and self-serve, that works until it doesn't. And when it doesn't, I expect more immediately. So in this case, my loan officer has appeared. Hi, Mike. Note that we have the option to connect via voice or just a simple click or a tap. Well, sometimes it takes multiple experts to help. So in this case, Mike is going to pull in Marin, his support team member. Marin shows up. She chooses a type of response along with a file transfer here. So there you go. I've got my advice. I made a decision. I have the confirmation to prove it, and I'm feeling better about December already.
Notice how LinkLive's engagement process automation took all the complexity out of this session. What you just witnessed replaces several other solutions in your enterprise. The ROI is immediate. The modern experience leads to a happier consumer, a more productive employee, and this increases margins and top-line growth. Also note that the loan officer can pull in any additional resource to assist in completing a transaction. LinkLive is integrated with digital channels, so customer details are securely passed, and the customer doesn't need to be re-authenticating, improving their experience. Pat, back to you.
Well, it looks like Mike has asked me to schedule an appointment now. Whether you're meeting in person, on the phone, or virtually, it's really become crucial for businesses to not only retain customers, but schedule future meetings to drive growth. Our new LinkLive appointment scheduling, it fills this gap as an extension of the previous features that we just highlighted. So in this case, I'm going to select my service type. Let's go ahead and choose mortgage questions. I want to pick a virtual call center instead. I could pick physical. And I want to meet virtually. I'm going to select my time based on availability here. And I'll drop in my contact info and book it.
Awesome, Pat. The consumer's experience here is similar to OpenTable. When you make a reservation at a restaurant, which we're not doing too much these days, but when you do, it's not for a specific table, rather a pool of reserved tables. For higher end commercial or consumer needs, we also offer the ability to meet with an individual banker based on skills required to serve that customer, right? This feature increases the number of booked appointments and more importantly, drives connections for higher dollar items such as revenue producing loan origination services. For Pat, LinkLive dynamically routed to the next available agent, or in this case, loan officer.
All right, well, now when it comes time to meet, I am going to simply check in and I'm going to wait for my loan officer to join. For LinkLive, this is just another feature. For bank or a credit union brand, it's tapping into that increased digital traffic and turning it into top-line revenue. All right, so let's keep going here on the value theme, Perry. Here's an efficiency play that we see a lot. It's a contact center that would like to shave minutes off of complex calls. Imagine I called in, I'm now talking with Perry about a bill pay issue. Of course, he needs to see my page, and with this, there's really no need to fumble around. Perry, how can we connect?
Hey, Pat, go to link.revation.com in your browser, and I'm going to give you a one-time token. No download, nothing required. It's super simple. Your token is 26304.
And there you go. I'm now securely connected to Perry, ready to share my desktop. And the bank, well, they just saved 3 to 5 minutes from what was a complex call. All right, let's jump into this next segment. CMI.live is our most recent digital customer service feature. Sometimes I just wish video conferencing was readily available whenever I needed it. And that's what we've done here. We've brought the lobby to the customer digitally, offering an easy, secure way for bankers to safely connect with their consumers anywhere at any time. So let's watch as Charlie, he's going to sign into his virtual lobby as a commercial banker today.
Now, we've architected CMI.live to enable on-the-fly, consumer-centric conferencing. There's no legacy scheduling requirements, downloads, or passwords here. Charlie is on with his client, Marin, a CEO who has checked in for their meeting. Note that Marin will always return to this URL for all of her meetings with Charlie. Much like a phone number, Charlie can use a simplified meeting URL on websites or email signatures wherever he might need it. Charlie and Marin have decided they need to pull in Marin's finance partner, Mike. Mike uses that same URL, and Charlie can drag Mike right into that active session. The CMI.live service, built on LinkLive, is available to bankers and contact centers as a vastly simplified consumer design conferencing tool that offers an exceptional customer experience. It's important to note that this tool has already replaced thousands of traditional B2B web conferencing type seats in the most prestigious US healthcare organizations in the US. That's an immediate ROI with added security, and we are introducing it for financial services at Finovate today.
Well, Greg, there's a brief roadshow of the value that we're driving with our messaging capabilities. Hopefully you can imagine really the myriad of digital customer service delivery and the nearly 1 billion sessions that we serve annually.
Thanks, gentlemen. That was great. So, quick question for you. Obviously, we saw a lot there through the lens of the consumer. What about the branch manager or the supervisor in the call center? Can you show us what you offer there?
Sure, Greg, I've got that. For a number of our clients, Greg, we are their entire communication provider, including full contact center and the cloud capabilities. Our solution has all the robust features you'd expect to manage engagement. It's all here. Let's take a look. This charts and graphs section is for anyone looking to capture deeper metrics into their branch or their contact center. In this case, it's a supervisor using KPIs for optimization.
Okay, cool. So what about real-time insights? How can clients capture more data?
Great question. Check out these tiles. From any key leadership or manager in the business using their iPhone, tablet, whatever device they might have, they can instantly look at the real-time information across all their channels and how customers are being served. If they want to, they can dig a little bit deeper into the data. Right here, I can see we are doing well and answering our inbound sessions today within 30 seconds. Here's some insight. Take a look at our team's current status on the left. Some of the agents are online, others are ready, others are on the phone or busy, right? On the right-hand side, you'll see the session details for customers waiting. You see a chat session with our support team, outbound calls, and inbound sessions. Management can view all this real-time activity and click to join and even monitor or assist an employee when necessary. This enables the next level of controls for managing digital transformation in an FI, Greg.
Excellent. So last question from me, what about reviewing those sessions after the fact?
You're a good lead, man. That's a very common feature. Management can search, they can drill in the data. You can look for different interactions with a variety of tools that we have here. Maybe you want to listen to a call, read a chat, or play back the video of an agent's entire desktop. There's a lot of options. You can even score the session as part of like a loan officer, what we saw earlier, score their session, or a contact center agent, score their performance. So there's all kinds of capabilities here with a lot of flexibility. Without them, FIs today are flying blind, especially in the world of post-COVID digital transformation.
LinkLive is everything required of a financial institution looking for ways to connect their team members with consumers in the midst of this digital transformation. At Revation, we've retained over 95% of our clients for a decade plus, and we wake up every day with the intention of making complex simple, and we'd welcome the opportunity to work with you. Please vote for Revation Systems and LinkLive Banking.